white team comp.
Yeah.
You know, with the Maokai Senna helping out, you've got...
Maokai more than helping out.
Yeah, essentially the same core of the comp, just swap the LB for the Akali. LB a lot better at facilitating those kinds of picks.
Yeah. CC on the chains and just being able to be at the back of your team just immediately. We'll see. It's going to be Ghost this time for Wako. So if Orca has Flash up, obviously you do have Breath of Light available.
Oh, yeah, no cleanse.
But no cleanse, so...
He's got to get through these early levels, get his Milio to level 6.
Yeah, and I think 665 should probably realize that and want to look to punish. I mean, it does seem like he's going to start bot side.
Yeah.
But still, you can look for a 3 camp. We've seen it a lot. And, I mean, the wave almost certainly will be pushed towards DCG's side of the map.
Yeah.
Have to check out how J-Team navigate that in terms of their vision control.
Yeah.
At least so far, no wards have been put down.
But honestly, we're talking a lot about the other picks, but every time we've seen this Aatrox-Cassante matchup, there are 2 people in the game. And it's the Aatrox and Cassante. They both just show up to fights and completely take them over.
Single-handedly, as I've said many times, putting a stop to the top lane not being able to do anything in the game conversations. And this wave is slow pushing. Not in
kind of scary.
By any surprise. But yeah, no flash, no cleanse on this Jinx makes time a lot scarier.
Because 665 does decide to do his wolves and go into his top side.
Yeah. A curious path.
Doesn't decide to split the map. We're not seeing a lot of split maps. I guess his bot lane's never getting prio in this lane. As that Jinx Zap chunks the Senna.
Ghost this time for Tide as well. Last game opting for the cleanse.
Yeah.
The big difference, I suppose, really is you're not up against the Nautilus as well as...
If this Cassante gets big, I see them having a lot of trouble killing it.
Oh, yeah. Akali not known for killing tanks, we can say.
Yeah. Neither is Senna, really. I mean, she's had a few builds in the past. Looks like DCG might focus on mid lane this game.
Ooh, Shuriken lands. Watch for the shifting sands. It should be used here from Minji. Oh, maybe doesn't have it. And
so cool. I don't think they should look for this.
It was DCG picking up first blood last game in combination mid. But of course, LeBlanc having a much better time setting up ganks than Akali. Yeah. Chain landing, followed up by Sonic Wave Resonating Strike is a lot of immediate damage.
Yeah, as J-Team's bot lane's really putting the heat on DCG.
Yeah, it's akin to last game. It's really, once some items come online, that Orca will become really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And I think, for the most part, action will remain fairly dull until... I assume the Dragon spawn, maybe a little bit after. I think ultimately both teams are going to want to get... And that has been a deciding factor for this game. As Wako, that's the effect of no cleanse. He is going to get jumped on.
Ghost.
Does pop the Ghost. He loses it, and he's actually finding a lot of damage back, but 665 lands that Sonic Wave onto Yurasan. Going to pop that heal. And the slow from Tide means that the play should fizzle out.
Wow, Wako doesn't even have to flash there.
Yeah, it's going to cost Ghost, but... And heal, I suppose. Right, Skin War, who won? Bot lane. I think it's just DCG.
Yeah.
I think it's just easy DCG.
Yeah. Bit of a generic Senna skin.
Yeah, I used the Prestige one, true damage. I don't even know if I own the High Noon one, actually. But Maokai.
Yeah.
Forever based.
Yeah. Very goated. 665 has found his way up to the top side. He is just constantly on the move on this Lee Sin. And maybe he's responsible for the pace of the last game.
Look, Kai Gonna have to recall and try and look for a teleport back to this lane.
Should be able to pull it off. I don't think Taco can interrupt this recall.
Yeah.
So no dive.
But Taco's going to feel good about that. He might even be able to keep his teleport.
Yeah, I think he will. Gets level 6, can recall.
Bramble Vest, though, changes the matchup a little bit, of course.
Yeah.
Less healing. Once you are level 6, you actually do get a bit of kill pressure. Now, Void Scuttle looks like it'll be the plan for SoCal. I actually would like to see 665 go to this Dragon. Because, as I said, both games kind of decided by Dragon. First game, J-Team picking up that Ocean Soul. Left DCG really struggling for answers.
Yeah, but they're here for the Void Grubs. They might mostly be dead.
It's time.
Yeah, as J-Team can pretty happily get off this if they want to.
Yeah, 665 should be able to get this one. Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't actually have Smite. Okay.
Yeah.
Crashdown comes out, and ultimately, nothing becomes. It is just 3 Void Grubs picked up there.
Yeah, DCG all rotate, and J-Team get the Krugs and get out.
Yeah, and Wako's loving it.
Yeah, not as willing to fight as they were last game. A bit smarter. It's on the roll.
Yeah, Sonic Wave connects, Resonating Strike, also a lot of damage, very, very quick.
They're going to be collapsing onto him. Cassante decides not to. Yeah, I think you're seeing a very different approach from J-Team here. I think that was an angle where they could collapse on this lead, but they just want none of the shenanigans from last game.
Yeah, and you don't need it, right? You do happily scale into this game.
Yeah, you've got
Jinx
opposite
is there. Very, very powerful.
Yeah, but DCG are going to have to facilitate. If J-Team aren't willing to handshake these fights like they were last game, they're going to have to facilitate these early Dragons and Rift Heralds with good vision control. And so far, vision control on the side of J-Team.
Yeah, it is a little hard, right? Because Azir will always have priority over this mid-wave. And so as that's the case, it's hard for you as 665 to try and walk forward looking for vision. Obviously, if it does come down to a skirmish, Akali should be favored. But it's not very easy to find. And you kind of want to have Nature's Grasp available. It's such a team fight shifting ultimate.
Level 6 on Wako. Level 4 on Milio. He's done a lot of roaming, so his level 6 is going to be delayed. Wako won't have that cleanse available to him. So cool. Still level 5. Might run into trouble here.
Oh.
Steals it away. That's pretty good. No camps up for So Cool. He's not going to be able to get to level 6 as there's a fight in the bot lane.
Ooh, Wako being looked at. Nice kick there.
Oh, very nice.
Flame Chompers as well going down. Not going to be able to follow anymore. And Wako keeps both of his summoners.
I think DCG should hit this Dragon.
I definitely agree. They're not going to though. Uh-oh, we've seen this before. Going to be the flash.
Wako has to flash.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
I'm amazed every time by how long this Cassante ult lasts. And you're just in danger the whole time.
Yeah, this Mama's only son fighting to the death. Oh.
Wako trades a bit of damage back.
Okay, we did it.
Dragon going over to DCG. No surprises there. Rel gets very delayed on her level 6. So will Milio.
Gold exactly even.
Yeah.
Who do you reckon gets first blood?
I'll go with 665.
Yeah. I'm thinking Chris Carter.
Yeah, it was between him and 665 for me.
Yeah, for me it's between Wako, Chris Carter, and 665. Just the executes.
Yeah, true, on the Jinx ult.
Yeah.
Oh, they all have executes. Yeah, good point. Taco doing fine in CS despite the bad trade.
Wow, SoCal's still not level 6.
Yeah.
He is extremely late. Void Grubs should be spawning very soon as well. Should get them, obviously all of his camps have respawn. And I imagine Gromp will give it to him.
Yeah.
Well, what a miserable time it is laning into Azir as Akali at this point of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, not able to do too much until she gets herself into a side lane or some skirmish. Hopefully So Cool hitting level 6 here. He's 2 levels down at the moment.
It should be here. There we go.
Yeah. There he is, level 6.
Now
just
available.
in time for the Grubs. And it will be a fight for these Grubs, I think.
Yeah.
Level 6 on the Senna too.
I think ultimately if DCG can just get 2, they don't really care.
Maokai has TP here. Jinx not having TP here.
Yeah, unsealed. Is there any flank wards? It doesn't appear so, but he's just going to He's going to ult to the front. Now, this is going to give Wako a lot of time by himself, and I think you should be happy for this if you are J-Team. These Void Grubs are so inconsequential.
Yeah, Senna gets a lot of souls off them, but Maokai ult coming out.
Yeah, Senna doesn't get a lot of souls if she's running mid for a fight. Oh, going to land 2-man Rue, but...
No follow-up.
Yeah, they are too close to that tower.
So how much damage is Wako going to be able to do this to this bot tower?
A lot. That's 2 plates.
Yeah, probably gets a third.
Most likely.
Doesn't look very worried about a rotation. Wako looking to be very big on this Jinx.
I'm pretty sure Jinx did more damage to that tower than Void Grubs are going to do this entire game, so...
Yeah, I would agree.
I think the Void Grubs are, in general, a bit of a bait.
Yeah. I mean, it was the same deal with Rift Herald, honestly. If you take as much tower damage as the Rift Herald was going to do in the first place, you don't feel that good about it. Orca...
Oh, a little bit mistimed.
So cool. 2 levels up on So Cool.
Yeah,
Orca is.
As the AD carry, quote-unquote.
Yeah. I mean, they've had a lot of time by themselves. Wako and So Cool have, both level 8.
Okay, I like this. 665 now, playing more aggressively.
It's very deep, though. This is scary.
Has wards and a blast cone.
No item yet on the Jinx.
Yeah, we'll be headed towards that Kraken Slayer. And I think really waiting for that, hopefully gets that before this Infernal Dragon in 2 minutes. It should be able to. Obviously stunted a little bit by the purchase of Berserker Greaves, but always feels good to get those tier 2 boots on the mobile AD carries especially.
Yeah.
I think if you are the likes of Ezreal or Lucian, you can kind of forego them, but...
Minji's running down river.
He's sprinting.
Kai keeping the pressure on Taco. Taco doing a good job of just making sure he gets farmed up.
Cascada, he's getting aggressive.
Yeah.
Getting closer towards what I believe is going to be a Lich Bane. I mean, he hasn't got a Sheen, but...
Yeah, could also be a Storm Surge.
Yeah, it's either one of the two. It's hard to tell.
I think we saw a Rocket Belt out of Minji.
Yeah, I'm curious as to why it's not Rocket Belt, because you are against 3 ranged champions and then 2 people you don't want to be ulting.
Yeah. 665 not really finding an angle to get any fights going yet. Has been very annoying for So Cool, but for the most part, it's been okay. As he's behind bot lane here.
Sounded like an ult was used.
Oh, okay. First blood to Lakai, actually. Doesn't even look close.
Yeah, and Taco's flash is up.
Wow. Just finds him under his tower.
Well, good start. And Lakai has been the man to get it done before.
Yeah.
So, you definitely don't hate that.
Yeah, Lakai clutching up in game 3.
We were both wrong.
Yeah. Oh, nice smite from 665. Cascada here, but he's a bit chunked already. Both top laners have TP. Neither of them, I would think, would use it to get to lane here. This Taco just whiffs his Q really badly. And reckons he's got it with the juke, but just gets hit by the Q and dies.
He doesn't use his teleport. Just walking up to top lane.
Yeah.
Means he misses out on a couple minions, but ultimately...
No all-out.
Yeah.
Casante's a lot less useful.
For sure. Same as Aatrox.
In these fights.
And honestly, now that you are about to see Wako in topside, I believe as DCG, you just
need to hit this
immediately go and hit this dragon. Yeah, just straight away. You know what? That blue doesn't matter, fellas. Let's go start hitting this dragon.
Dragon for a tower is probably a trade you should be willing to make.
Yeah.
But it's exactly what J-Team want as well. In the scaling kind of comp where they're not going to want to fight too much early, this is great that they're able to get cross maps, and they're winning the cross map with what should be the weaker early game comp.
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes off the back of Lakai's 1v1.
Yeah.
I mean...
And the massive priority Minji's got them in the mid lane.
Was Taco okay up there?
I think so.
Yeah, he's just walking away. Is the tower going down now? Wako's really excited.
J-Team are doing such a good job of dodging DCG for this entire early game. So cool.
Oh, you say that.
Here. Yeah.
Everything's connected. He's not going to flash, but Cascada finds his way nonetheless. And that will be So Cool traded back, but here come Wako and
gets hit by the
Yeah, it does, and he's going to be jumped on by 665. No ult available. Wako going to flash away.
Oh, Minji.
Yeah, Minji's going to get caught up. That's a dead is there. Or is it? Shifting Sands getting him out for now, but Nature's Grass is going to connect at least onto Yuri-san. Tied, and...
Where's Minji?
665. Minji's
he
up
gets
the top.
flashed on by Taco.
Yeah, it does up the top eventually, and... I mean...
Finally, DCG find a fight.
Yeah, and a 4 for... Was it 4? Yes, it was a 4 for 0, and they still only find themselves up a couple hundred gold. So I think J-Team's still feeling fine.
Yep.
Dragons really are the problem now. I think you don't want to give over any more dragons, and with that, there's going to be a lot of gold DCG can pick up. Profane Hydra finished. This tower might even be going down. Sundered Sky. We also have Storm Surge, so items definitely coming through. I imagine Senna picking up a kill and a couple of assists might even be able to.
Oh, Lakai gets. Oh wow, Orca is such a beast. By the way, after this, he TPs into the fight and flashes onto Minji and gets him killed. So Orca just playing like a demon these last 2 games. As 665 has finished his item now, he's so far ahead of this rel, and finally his lead materializes into a pick. That, I mean, just way too aggressive by Wako, and Ursan here immediately gets hit by the Senna W, and the fight is doomed once that happens.
Yeah, Breath of Light for a Senna W feels horrendous.
Yeah. And Orca, interrupts Lakai's TP, gets the TP in, flashes onto Minji, gets Minji killed, gets this ult off to get these 2 killed. I mean, Orca.
And by the way, instead of farming bottom and getting that tower, Lakai actually just walked up to mid, and so gets nothing for it.
Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff they were doing last game that they cannot do with this comp.
Yeah, definitely better to just finish off that bottom tower, get yourself a little bit of gold, a bit more tankiness.
Every bit of gold, your comp uses gold better than the enemy comp, so even if they're getting more, you just need to be getting gold.
Taco has gobbled up a red buff.
Tide should be able to pick that up for himself. Actually gives it to Lee Sin. I don't think
you're not killing it, but you're getting a stack.
Yeah, true.
And we love those.
Yeah, with these scaling comps, it can be hard to just take the losing trades. They've been getting winning trades in these cross maps, but you need to also be able to just take the losing trades in a cross map because your comp uses gold better than the enemy comp does. It was Storm Surge on the Akali.
Sure was. Also as a needlessly large rod. Imagine most likely going to be turning into a storm. No, what is that? What is it called? Shadow Flame. But maybe in theory could be a Death Cap or
Zonya's.
Zonya's, yeah.
But I think he needs to orient himself towards damage.
Yeah, I think Storm Surge makes sense.
Powered recall for Minji. Skada is looking for something as 665
Wako, he's got no sums. What a play from 665. He finds that 80 carry.
Wow, for Skada.
And Skada just annihilates Wako. He's down again. Minji, he's going to get that Empress Divide out. He's going to get that Shurima Shuffle, but another Q connects. 665 on an absolute tear. 665 finding the setup, finding the Qs, finding everything. DCG now, they find themselves ahead.
Yeah. Feels like after that successful engage in the river, DCG are just playing with a lot more confidence pulling the trigger, but let's see what Lakai has to say about it.
Yeah, he did. He did a good look forward, and he managed to get Tide's Ghost, but ultimately it shouldn't be that impactful. It is just before the Dragon.
30 seconds, yeah. No sums on the Jinx. 665, no hesitation to pull the trigger here. And the Maokai route on the Rel is genius as 665 goes in. Rel can interrupt the Lee Sin engage pretty easily with pretty much any of her buttons. Not able to do it while Maokai rooted, and he gets so many Maokai roots off in this fight. Team able to follow up on it nicely.
I also like what Skada did there. He, instead of using that R2 to try and do extra damage to So Cool, he used it outside of tower range and then just queued.
Yeah.
It just minimizes risk. You've got a shutdown, so instead of risking going under tower, getting queued up and dying, going down to potentially Minji, you just play safe, and if So Cool lives, you don't really care.
Such a clean follow-up from Skada too. It looked like he was so far away, but because of the buffed up blast cones and Akali's mobility built in already, he's able to get onto the Jinx from so far away.
Yeah, and Wako, since his first 3 kills of last game, has gone roughly 0 and 10.
Yeah.
So
is still very strong in this game right now, but he just has a very strong Akali to deal with now, and the Senna maybe matching him. Though, still worried about killing this Cassante, to be honest. He has full armor laning against the Akali for now.
Yeah,
so
but
it should be manageable.
Akali's never going to kill him. In fact, quite the opposite.
Might have to blow his ult just to get out here.
Yeah, will do.
Unless he horribly mistimes it. Yeah, okay. Scary.
Oh, I love that ping.
Spam pings on the Akali R.
Guys, Akali does not have R.
For about 20 seconds.
Now, it was the third dragon, of course, picked up for DCG. So they won now off Sol. We've seen
there's a win con there now.
There's been two clean sweeps thus far in terms of the dragons, and DCG aim to make it 3.
Yeah.
Now, vision control around the Baron. Of course, Baron being the only objective really on the map. You're not particularly threatening to take out mid tower or any of the other towers for that matter. It's neither team have a particular siege comp. He's just collecting himself some souls.
Yeah, getting a little lippy though.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel so confident right that close to a rel, but
yeah. But I think So Cool himself is just not feeling very confident to pull the trigger on any of these fights.
Yeah, and you might want your Cassante there pretty desperately. He's the strongest player on your side of the map. I mean, the only kill you've gotten was him just solo killing out Taco.
Yeah. Oh, that really is their only kill.
He also got his top tower. I mean, Wako got the gold for that. IE for Wako. So he's actually strong. He genuinely is strong. Maybe he'd want to get one more item before really feeling like you are that late game jinx.
I want to see Taco matching the Cassante unless he just dies. Because at the very least, if Taco's there, Cassante can't actually TP in front of him. So you can actually just kind of force a weird stalemate where neither of you can TP. Because you can both interrupt each other's TPs.
But what if Cryscala just lets him and just shurikens into the fight?
Oh, saves his TP.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think about that.
I don't think I've ever seen that in a pro game. I've seen it in solo queue before.
Yeah. It's a disastrous effect usually.
Yeah, usually you're like, oh, look at this, I've done it. And then you end up behind the tower.
Yeah.
Oh.
Being onto the tank in the middle of the enemy team.
Now, Shadow Flame completed, of course, for Cryscala. Wako's job continuing to get harder and harder.
Yeah.
Constant threat of Lee Sin. He does have sums right now. But I mean, just look at the threats that he's got to deal with. Akali, Aatrox, Lee Sin, Maokai.
Follow up. He's rooted.
Yeah, here he goes, rooted. He's not going to have that cleanse. He does have that Breath of Life. And through will come Cryscala. He's going to find Wako all alone here. He does dodge out of that perfect execution, but he's rooted up by the Nature's Grasp. Wow. Orca finding it. Lakai's in the back, though. He's 1v3. We've seen Cassante's manage it before. Cryscala lands the shuriken, though, and Minji's able to get the kill. Massive blast cone. Tide's going to go down. Lakai, he is ready to go massive. He gets rid of that spell shield from Taco as Lakai is still in that all-out mode. Two-man knock-up. He might not be done yet. Yursan, So Cool around to support this tank. We've got 2 tanks. We've got 1 support, and it's the 2 tanks that are trying to do it under their tower. Everyone's getting so low. Lakai is finding every single Q3. Taco is so low. Oh my god, he lands another. That's a shutdown. 665 looking movement coming out. Another Natofu strike, but 665 might just have it now. Crashdown comes through though. Q3 is going to land onto 2 and unstoppable. He's going to keep going. 665 eventually is able to take down So Cool, but Lakai, even if he doesn't win, he is my player of the game because that was heroic.
Oh my god, doing almost 7,000 damage on Lakai. He's on like 200 HP for most of that fight, and they just cannot kill him. I thought with just the 3 tanks up, he might just walk into them. With Emilio behind him, as Emilio actually out-damaging Wako in that fight. I mean, rough for him to stay alive. Whew.
And boy, oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah, this Cassante is a massive problem. As Wako gets rooted again by Tide, just always finding him. Flashing from Orca onto him. And then, I mean, you think the worst of it is over, but Cryscala's only just gotten here.
Look how fast Cryscala is. Just
gets hit by another great Maokai ult from Orca, and Cryscala looked like he had escaped Lakai here and made some genius
Take me to the Dragon
play.
Soul fight. I don't want this replay.
But gets one shot.
Okay, sweet. Lakai, He's very, very strong.
Oh, Orca's actually very
Orca
low.
might be dead. Nice was an advance to dodge out of that third Q.
Orca's dead.
He's going to go down.
Jinx.
Wako, he's got that. He's got excited. Cascada now arriving. And it will be that passive timing out.
Okay, I think you have to give this.
Taco, he's found himself a little bit of an angle here, perhaps.
They see him, though.
Yeah, Wako, no abilities, well, no some, sorry, and they are going to be out of position now. Lakai, though, he's 1v3, and he's feeling okay. Tide now out of mana. Just give this.
Yeah,
This
you just have
dragon
to give
does not matter.
Unfortunate.
Unless 665 wants to try steal it. Lakai going forward. Nice kick. He's going to land the Q. Through comes Emperor's Divide. Minji. Heroic. I was wondering if maybe the Emperor's Divide shouldn't have gone that way, but they're able to just clean up those kills. It's 3 going down for DCG.
Yeah.
And now J-Team back against the walls. Lakai standing up front and tall, and they're going to get the Baron.
Yeah, that is the Baron for J-Team. It's going to be kind of hard to hold on to this game as DCG. They had the option to just lose the minimum there, but they end up losing, I mean, pretty much as possible. As Taco had a flank, but they had really good wards on their flanks, able to spot him out and zone him away. As maybe they just had to leave their Lee Sin there. If they're so committed on that dragon, they can just leave the Lee Sin there, maybe, to play for the steal, as Lakai just is able to tank up so much. And it looks like Lakai was in trouble for a sec, but it's, yeah, he can just turn around in the face of 4 people and walk them down.
Yeah, who is supposed to kill this Cassandre right now?
Yeah, no one. No one is killing this Cassandre. I don't know if ever.
Yeah, this is, we're in one of those games where you cannot look for front to backs. You have to send in your Akali from some obscure angle.
Yeah.
Look for Wako. You've got Maokai, you've got Akali, you've got Aatrox. Everyone can come in from wherever.
Yeah.
And look for Wako, kill him, maybe kill off the Azir too if you can. And if you manage to do that, then obviously we saw the Cassandre 1v3 before. Eventually it won't be as easy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, a lot of outers for J-Team to take, a lot of gold just sitting around on the map.
oh,
Cascada just recalls in his face. Not very many flank wards, as Taco's on a bit of a mission.
yeah, he's going the road less traveled. There are wards pretty much everywhere, but that big blast cone can cause havoc. Hey, nice by Lakai, tanking out, but Cascada's going on. He's R1, at least for Lakai. Taco's found a flank, but he's onto the tanks. This is not who you want. And Minji with a huge Emperor's Divide. They are going to get the first kill. It's tied. Cascada is living, but oh my god, Lakai with the 3-man Q2. It's going to be another kill here. Lakai is going insane. Minji finds the engage. Lakai finds the follow-up, and with a minute left on this Baron, it's J-Team who hold all the cards.
Wow, and it's Minji and Lakai just putting in all the work in these team fights. Lakai finds a 3-man Q3 on the Cassandre. And, I mean, after Minji's already landed a 3-man Emperor's Divide, he goes down for it, but at that point, the fight is doomed.
Cascada doesn't have ult. He's on a flank.
Might just be the end.
This could be the end. Orca, he's not really got much to say about it, at least for now. Cascada's coming in with that Shroud. Definitely looking for Wako. Akali ult very soon will be up. Shuriken doesn't land, but Tide's back. Nature's Grass is not available, but there is a teleport. Cascada's going behind them. Maokai also has that teleport, but he's coming from the front.
He has no Shroud.
He does not have Shroud, but he does have ult. And as long as they rally them, maybe they can find something, but it's going to be the Zap. It's going to be the Sapling. Taco as well. World End is so close. DCG are playing it slow. Taco's going in, and goes Cascada with the perfect execution. He finds 2. There's only the tanks remaining. Minji's going to arrive though. 665.
Minji.
Can they find it? It's a massive Emperor's Divide. Taco is so low. Tide is down. Oh my god, Lakai and Minji, they're doing it all. Orca 665. Tide is not going to have anything to say. 665 has to do everything now. It's going to be Lakai maybe looking for that teleport back. Minji does not have his. 665 is going to recall. Lakai does have teleport. We've got 20 seconds now on Tide, and I think they're not going for it. My god.
Cascada finds 2 on the backline, just one-shots the entire backline, but Lakai is just a monster in these fights. Minji finds another great ult. But it's all Lakai. I mean, he can borderline 1v5 this game, as this looks very sketchy for Cascada. That he manages to turn this into a double kill is kind of ridiculous. Minji is running from base desperately. I mean, he just bolts into them. Finds 2 instantly. Does go down for it, but I mean, this looks so bad for them. And then Minji finds the ult. And Lakai is still just going. He just kills the Senna. Like, this champ looks so good. Orca thinks that, you know, this guy's on 200 HP. I'll just jump on him and kill him. Not so easy.
And thank God DCG got 3 dragons early.
Yeah.
The team comp's supposed to. They weren't able to get the 4th, and now it's all coming up J-Team. 665. Wako has flashback. Ghost very shortly. And this Cassante is just not taking damage. Tied with the lethality on Senna. Is not doing anything really in terms of tank shredding.
Yeah, it's going to be... I don't know what they're going to do about this Cassante.
665's looking.
I think they just have to try kill the rest of his team.
Well, Cascada, he goes forward. He uses that Shroud. Nature's Grasp also coming through, but not really going to find much for it.
Look how much damage Minji is doing.
A massive ult cooldown now just gone. You might be losing an inhib mid here for that. Well, no Baron.
Baron is up very soon.
Yeah. 30 seconds. We will...
665 is on Krugs. Maybe looking for level 16.
Yeah, Milio just shielding up Lakai as if it needed to be harder.
Yeah.
Oh, if 665 can find an ult here, that would be so massive. They find him on that screen. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like they get the inhib.
And with that, they know. They know he's there. It's very, very difficult now for him to find this.
Hyde taking damage.
Oh, he's still sitting in that jungle. I think he's taking red buff.
Hyde loses his Ghost again.
Yeah, Ghost gone. I really want to see builds. I want to see what Tide has, because it feels like he's the only one that can get any form of damage onto Lakai consistently without risking.
Yeah, maybe he finished an LDR or something.
Yeah, you have to have an LDR this game, obviously. Baron, I mean, Baron's up and J-Team recalling. I mean, maybe it's just too scary here for DCG.
Yeah.
32 minutes into this game, and we've got 13 to 13. It's only 3K, which at this point is nothing, really.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of the gold for DCG is onto Akali, so she has a massive job to fill in these team fights.
Yeah. 665 also. He has to find a kick or these fights are unwinnable.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to kill these carries
We're
fast.
looking for Lakai. 665's found his way. Oh my god, it's stolen! 665 gets the Baron. Lakai's onto 2. All you have to do is survive. DCG just have to run, but Lakai's not going to let them. Taco now, he's going to have to commit his life. He does. Wako is so excited as teleports come in. Baron is available here. Wako tied. Oh my god, Orca's going to go down. There's 3 alive for DCG. They've got Baron. There's only 1 tower between J-Team and picking up the series win. In goes Cascada, but out he goes. The Emperor's Divine, and Wako picks up another kill. This is going to be the game. 665 steals the Baron. They commit to the fight, and J-Team take it in a thrilling best of 3.
Cascada goes for the